What's up guys, SnatchPedo here, solving some tactics on ChessTempo.com. Let's start. Okay, there's a lot going on in this position. And there might be some rook checks, if he's not careful. Immediately in this kind of position, you've just got to look for checks, okay? Rook G8 check, rather, is obviously a check. King H7, there's no Rook G8 check because of knight takes G8. Okay. Rook G8 check, King H7. What can we do after King H7? There's a Knight F6 check. However, what? I'm thinking Knight. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. I was thinking Knight takes E7, and if he takes my queen, I could go check and then checkmate. But alas, after Knight takes E7 and Rook takes queen, if I go check with my Rook, his Rook can take G8. So, Rook G8 check is still, I'm not going to give up on that yet. Rook G8 check, King H7. I don't think, I mean, this fork does hit both queen and king, but the bishop can take. But I'm wondering if there's more to it than that. What about Rook G8 check, King H7, and then Rook G6? Threatening Rook H6, but then the knight can just take, so maybe there's not anything there. Perhaps it's a tactic to save my queen. This knight is a pest. If I can move this knight, then there will be something happening. Check. King H7. Knight's taking. Doesn't seem to do much, right? Tough tactic in this spot. Take the rook, maybe? Queen takes, what does that do? Not a whole lot. Tough tactic, guys. There's no easy tactics here. Unless I'm just missing something blatant. Rook G8 check, King H7 is the only move, so let's calculate that. And then Rook H8 check, Knight takes H8. I should have looked at this already. Knight takes H8. Is there a queen move here? A queen... Queen can't come to... Ooh, is that nearly mating? Check queen. Oh, aha! I see it, I think. Rook G8 check, King H7, Queen F8. Queen F8 threatening Queen G7 checkmate. The bishop comes here, that's mate, with my knight. Rook G8, King H7, Queen F8. And if the bishop takes on F8, my rook's here hanging on G8, but Knight F6 will be mate because I'm hitting the king, also protecting my rook, and my rook covers H8 and G7. Oh, that's a dirty move, Queen F8. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, Rook G8, King H7, Queen F8, and I don't think there's a way for Black to stop me. He has to take, and then I mate him, or if he... I don't know what else he can do. How does he stop Queen G7? Bishop F6 runs in a mate on the spot. I don't think there is another way, so... Queen F8. Oh, that is a cheeky little move. That is a cheeky move, guys. That's a cool mate. I think we've got time for at least one more here. At least. Oh, I like that a lot. I liked that a lot. We're black in this spot. The queen is hanging, so... Ooh, he decides to throw a punch and threaten mate against us. So if we take his queen, he takes our queen with mate in 1, 2. So I have to find something stronger. If I take his rook, he takes my rook. And I'm down a queen for a rook. And I'm not sure that I have enough compensation. Let's just make sure this is correct. Rook takes b8, and there is no rook block because he just takes, no rook block here because he just takes, and no knight block because he just takes. So that would be mate. So I can't take the queen. Good to know. There is no threats against the king immediately that I see. Not that I see, because there's no checks, right? There's no check. There's a knight G4 check. But A, the king can just go back to G1. king g1, and I don't have anything more. And 2, he can just take, and I don't see a follow-up. So, what do we do? What do we do? Is there a way we can gain a tempo on something with our queen without him being able to prevent it? I'm thinking something like rook, queen f8. Still attacking the rook? Yeah, queen f8, and how does he protect his rook? Right, because queen f8, if the queen goes to like c1 or something, I just take the rook. And if he tries to checkmate me on c8, I also have rook d8 and queen f8 to protect. So queen f8, hitting the rook, also hitting the queen. If the queen tries to come down to c5 to protect the rook, I take it. And if it tries to come down to c4, I play rook d4 with a skewer on the queen and rook. If he takes my rook, I just take back, right? And I've won a rook for a queen. So if he goes here, and I play rook down, he goes queen back here, and I just take with my rook, I believe. And if I play queen f8, queen c4, rook d4, queen goes back to c3, meaning if I take with my rook, he takes my other rook, I will then take with my queen, protecting that other rook. So yeah, I think queen f8, and he can't go to like a3 or something because my rook is currently preventing that. Right, I think queen f8 it is. Yep, so he's just going to sacrifice the rook, the queen for the rook. Okay, so that was a good one. Took me a little bit longer than I should have probably, but it is the correct line. I'll just show a quick line that I was looking at. I was thinking if the queen tried to protect the rook like this, play rook d4. If the rook then played, if the queen just then played back like this, taking here would be a huge mistake because if queen takes rook and I've won nothing. But instead of that, I would play this queen takes. And if he ever tries to go for check, I will just block with my rook. So that's totally fine. Let's get one more tactic in, shall we? See if we can do one. We're white again. That's a very active rook on f2. And it's now defended by this bishop. So, ooh, this is a complicated position. Very, very tricky. Very tricky. Can't play knight takes because he takes my queen. I was thinking something like, rook takes bishop, knight takes bishop, and then maybe queen e4. Threatening his queen. If we trade queens, then I'll be both hitting that knight and this rook. There's no way for him to defend both, but is that it? Is that what it is? I'm not totally convinced. Queen e4 straight away? Queen e4, knight e4. Bishop takes bishop, knight takes rook. I'm up material in that line. Queen e4? Queen e4. Queen e4. Okay, queen e4, is there a queen move that he can play? Like you just ignore it and play queen to f6 or something? This is a tough position because I feel like there's going to be a lot of just medium moves, just nice equalizing moves, but I really want to find the knockout punch, which they typically is in these kind of positions. So I guess rook e3, knight takes e3, queen e4, queen takes e4, knight takes e4. I'm hitting both the bishop and the rook, so how does he defend both? If he tries to go rook f4 to protect, to hit my knight and protect the bishop. Yeah, my knight's hanging at the end of that. Tough. Tough. I'm still looking at rook takes bishop, knight takes bishop. Because if rook takes bishop, knight, the rook can't play to f8, f1 for check because I got my knight. So rook takes bishop, knight takes bishop, queen getting out of the attack from the knight, queen e4. If the queen's trade, then I'm hitting both his knight and his rook. And if rook here, then rook can take knight, protecting my knight that's now on e4. So rook... Oh, wait, no, it can't, because my rook isn't existing anymore. After rook takes e3, knight takes e3, queen e4, knight e4. After rook f4, what do I do? I can take his knight with my bishop, but then rook takes knight. And now my bishop is against a rook, so that doesn't work. Okay, let's not look at this pawn here. Is there anything else? Is there anything else? He has an unprotected queen. Can I put more pressure? Perhaps here. No, I was thinking I can play maybe queen b3, pinning the knight, facilitating this. Rook takes bishop, but I think queen b3 and then he plays bishop takes d2, right? Hitting my knight. Queen b3, bishop takes. And I don't think that there's a queen b7 like mating net. I don't think so. So how? I still don't think knight takes e4 works straight away because rook takes queen. Now I've got nothing here. There's like no fork on the queen or anything. I think I make the noise quite a lot because I'm often stumped. I can't get over this rook takes bishop, knight takes bishop, queen e4 move. Queen e4, knight e4. Hitting the knight, hitting the rook. And then the rook here. And what move do I have? Maybe like 96 with a skewer? With a pin, rather? And the knight can't move, otherwise I take the rook. Oh, man. I'm getting tired now. Just from looking at this position for so long. I had about 3 minutes. I was about 7 minutes in, I think, to my video before I started this tactic. And here we are 5 minutes later, still looking at it. There's got to be some sort of discovery. Queen takes straight away. Queen takes, knight takes. Hitting the rook. I think that works. Because he takes my bishop, I take his rook, and I'm winning. I did look at this line earlier, but I dismissed it for a moment. Queen takes e4. What if he takes my knight? I take his queen. That's fine. He takes my rook, I take back with my queen. So queen e4. Can the queen move somewhere tricky, like queen f7? I don't think so, because after queen e4, queen f6 or queen f7, I have rook takes bishop, and after knight takes bishop, queen takes bishop. But I don't think he has anything. So queen e4. Queen e4. It's got to be right. Queen e4. There's no check, right? Queen e4. If he sacks for my knight, I just take his queen. That's the whole point. I gain tempo, right? Queen e4, knight e4. The knight's protecting the bishop, but the rook can't help. So if the rook goes back, say f7 or something like that, something simple, I take the bishop. And the rook can't protect it on either square, so I think queen e4. It's really that simple, huh? Just that simple. Snatch, you're complicating things again. You're complicating them, guy. God. Okay, we got it right. That's all that matters. It was a complicated position though, because there's only one. Sorry about moving the board too much. Hang on. It's a complicated position, guys, because there's only one good move. That original bishop takes e3, queen takes e4 is +2 pawns roughly. But any other move is losing for white. Really badly, actually. The move rook takes e3, which I was calculating. Knight takes e3. And if queen here, the line I was looking at was here, here, and then rook f4, hitting the knight. And say the knight moves here. I'm not sure what it was. I swear there was yes. Rook f1 check. And I don't think there's a way for the knight to prevent rook f1 check. And if it goes back to d2 to protect rook f1 check, And then this rook can just go wherever it would like, wherever it would please. Probably just back to f2, to be honest. And I mean, that probably doesn't work, but the point is that the rook can move away now, and this bishop's no longer hitting the knight because the knight's blocking it. So something like that is what I was looking at. Anyway, we won't do too much analysis. We got the right move after process of elimination. Queen takes e4, logical for black, knight takes e4, and there's only one good move. After knight takes e4, if not knight f... Wow, actually, in this position... Oh, of course, there's only one good move, taking the queen. Bishop takes c1, best for black. And knight takes f2. Only move for white. So it seems logical. We got there in the end. Long video this time, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like the video if you did enjoy it. And make sure you always stay classy. Peace.